All right. Let me. Jeez. I want to keep talking about cyberpunk, theoretical cyberpunk online. I have to preface theoretical cyberpunk online because nothing's confirmed. Nothing is even remotely actually pointing to that being a thing. I'm just blue sky thinking. Blue sky thinking. Exotics. Yeah, I just having player customization, and it's not that like I'm a furry that just wants to play as a furry in every video game. I mean, maybe yes, but also it's an actual thing that exists in the universe, and it would be like think about like some people buy expensive cars, some people buy expensive apartments, some people spend all of their money on looking being fluffy and cute. That's there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I don't know. What else? Of course, I think, I would be curious. I can't think of any good way to, deal with something like Sandy Vision? Or Sandevistan? Sorry.
How are you today?
I can't think exactly how you would play that out in a multiplayer game. But at the same time, I think there are definitely ways to do it. It's just... It's just, a matter of... guess maybe you could, speed stuff up instead of slow stuff down, and then have, maybe some auto-targeting thing or something. That'd be interesting, but also terrifying. And hard to control, which maybe actually is better. I don't know, I don't know what apartments should be, but obviously, every player should be able to... I would think that every player should be able to have an apartment and have room for one vehicle at the beginning of the game. I'm not sure how that works in GTA, because it's been so long since the beginning of that, but... yeah, no, it's, I never learn.
Well then.
Not so good.
Sorry. Ran out of water. And I have a soda, but I'm saving it because I genuinely want to play more Cyberpunk. Oh, also, cyberpsychosis. I would think that there should be maybe some system where, it's a bit more stringent in terms of cyberware. Maybe you can build up an immunity. And I don't know how exactly it would be a mechanic. I'd have to look at the actual tabletop games, but I would think, there's a possibility that the more mods you have, the more likely there's a chance of you going cyber psycho, and no matter what circumstance it is, if you go cyber psycho, and you start causing problems, max tac gets called, and if you get downed by max tac, if you get downed by max tac, it's not it's not a permadeath, but you lose your cyberware, and I don't know, maybe you lose your cyberware and lose your money or something, or maybe you don't necessarily lose your cyberware, but you just get blocked from using it for a cooldown period. which, you know, can like really obviously really impact you in terms of capabilities. Yeah, like even if there was some like interesting limitations where like the Kiroshi Eye, where, you know, oh, by the way, now you don't have yeah, by the way, now you don't have a HUD or it doesn't have it doesn't give you your weapon stats or your ammo counter or anything like that. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. I was going to talk about Star Citizen in 2 episodes and Cyberpunk in 2 episodes, but that didn't happen, so so be it. What else? It would be super nice because it seems like there was a lot that was made and sort of invented for Cyberpunk in terms of weapons and vehicles. You know, granted, 2077 is a pretty big jump since the last time. You know, like they had to make an entire in-between. They had to add, you know, in-between setting between, you know, 2077 and 2020. So, you know, but yeah. But, oh yeah, sorry. So, point being, like, they can add a bunch of new weapons, but I don't know how they would do it. I absolutely hate the, you know, like the weapons leveling up system. I've mentioned it before, and I will mention again. Like, that system doesn't seem like it would be fun in multiplayer. Just like, oh, you have a new player whose gun is doing like 20, that does like 20 DPS versus like this level 80 guy who has a weapon that's like doing 1,000 DPS. No. Like, maybe upgrading things and crafting things, you know, like, yes, you know, you can get something that's doing like 100 DPS. Like, if you're really bad at crafting, you're producing something that is worse than the average thing, but then you get stuff that's even better than the average thing, so it's maybe... Oh my god, also, this is... I'm gonna lose all of this, so whatever. You know, like... Oh, jeez, what was I saying? Fuck. Oh yeah, but like, if it was a thing of like, well, you pick up a weapon, you pick up an assault rifle and it's gonna do 100 DPS, let's say. The first thing you craft is gonna do like 90 DPS, but the thing that a master crafter is going to make is going to do like, you know, 120. And you know, you can play around with some things, and yeah, because it's an RPG, like, yeah, at the end of the day, the weapon might be 120 DPS, but in terms of how much damage you're actually doing as a player who's maybe fully spec'd out, instead of 120, or instead of 100, you're doing like 200. And then, you know, instead of 120, you're doing, you know, 240. You know, that kind of thing. Shit, I wanted to check what items I had. Don't want to prolong it. And I'm probably going to get an event. No. But yeah, no, it's just a really fun thing to think about, because I remember GTA Online, again, it was just so fun when it first came out, and it was fun when I took a break from it, came back to it, was super fun, but it just sort of became, like, the drip feed and the stream of content became a solid meh, and it was just, you know... And I feel like CD Projekt Red, you know, if it's their first multiplayer game, which it might not necessarily be, this theoretical game that I'm imagining and hoping for, you know, it could be worse than GTA Online in regards. I mean, certainly wouldn't be I mean, I don't think they've made any multiplayer games, whereas I know GTA 4 had a multiplayer. Red Dead Redemption had a multiplayer, you know, and those weren't the same thing, but they were something to build off of, so, you know. Still hopeful. CD Projekt Red seems pretty cool, so trust them.